Hi everybody, welcome to our video today. In this video we're going to be talking about the Monday section of our paragraph of the week structure. Every Monday you will be doing brainstorming for an essay that we will be talking about and working on throughout the week. As you can see on the screen, this week's paragraph of the week is talking about your favorite subjects in school. Now, a lot of kids will take a look at this, and because it never changes over and over, or at least it doesn't appear to change throughout the weeks, they begin to just not to pay attention. But I really encourage you to make sure you read this box right here every single week before you start to do brainstorming. And the reason is because there are a lot of very helpful ideas that you can use to kind of springboard off into your own brainstorming. And that way you're not sitting there staring at a blank page. I don't know what to do. So always read this box right here. Typically, the prompt's always going to be down here as well. This week, when I made this one, I messed it up. I apologize. In the future, will be better, or Miss Gallagher will do it better than me because she's fantastic. So, brainstorming is something you've been taught since kindergarten. And you've been taught a lot of different methods to do it. Some of you use the webs, where you drew a circle in the middle and you drew out the legs and you jotted ideas down like that. I personally am more of a list writer. It's just the way that my brain works, and all of our brains work differently. So use whatever method works the best for you. Throughout the year, we're going to be exploring a bunch of different ways. We'll talk about a bunch of different ways that you can use to brainstorm, and perhaps you might find one that you like better than what you use currently. So, when we brainstorm every week, we're going to shoot for at least 10 ideas, 10 supporting details about what our favorite, in this case, what our favorite subject is. So, as an example, my favorite subject, I'm going to say my favorite subject is math. I don't know if it is or not. It's definitely up there. Anyways, like I said, I'm already a list maker, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on the numbered list, and as I type and I hit enter, I get more numbers. Real easy way to find out 10. If you're more of a drawer, or if you want to make tables or charts, Google Slides isn't necessarily the best for that. Can you still do it? Of course. Get a piece of paper. Use your pencils at home. Sketch out your work at home on a piece of paper if that's how you think better. You can always take a picture of it and upload it onto Google Slides and just put it right here. There will be a video about that at some point, I promise. But at the very least, take a picture with the camera on your Chromebook. Just hold it up in front of it, be like, ah, and then insert it right there. So what do we do when you start struggling with how to generate ideas? This is one of the things that I hear the most often is kids are struggling about I don't know what's right. I got nothing. And they just are sitting there staring at a blank page. Well, the first thing that we need to do, sorry about shaking the camera, the first thing we need to do is we need to get out of the mindset that this is a right or wrong type of thing. Writing is never a right or wrong type of thing. And there are a lot of different ways to do it, and they're all right. Brainstorming is just like that. Use whatever you got, and whatever's in your head, put it down. Okay. You can always go back and take ideas off later. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but just put it down on paper. Get it down there, and then you're gonna find that your brain responds a lot better to having something on the page and think about, as opposed to just a bunch of empty white space. One of my favorite ways of generating ideas is I make it a competition. So I get my phone out, I set a timer somewhere, 5 minutes. And I tell myself that for 5 minutes, I'm only going to think about this. And whatever pops in my head, I'm going to write it out. I'm going to type it out. It's called stream of consciousness. Sometimes I get some really good ideas, but a lot of times I get some ideas that when I go back and I look later, I'm like, boy, what was I thinking? But it's okay because it's brainstorming. Another thing that you can do is, if you're more of a verbal person, you can talk to somebody about the topic. You're at home, you got an older brother or sister or cousin or grandma. Hey, grandma, what was your favorite subject in school? Well, why was reading your favorite subject? And talk. And as you guys are having a conversation, think about what you're saying. And then when you come back to it later, and then you can generate some ideas as well. We're all different. We all generate ideas very differently. So as you're brainstorming, you're going to come up with ideas that are great. You're going to come up with ideas that are not. They're really bad ideas. And they just don't work for the essay that you're trying to do. So that's one of the reasons why we're encouraging at least 10 ideas to begin with. You may decide later in the week to take like your fourth idea and your sixth idea and smush them together so that you've got a stronger idea for when you're writing your detail sentences on Tuesday or for your conclusion sentence on Wednesday. Or you may look at it and like, number 5 was really bad. I don't like it. But it's possible that number 5 made you think of number 7. So number 5 still served a purpose. You're not limited to brainstorming on Mondays as well. If after you sit down and you get your initial 10 in your Monday and you're doing something later that night or the next morning waiting for class and you're like, oh, that would really work, jot it down. You can brainstorm all the way up through the very end of the week. It's possible that as you're writing on Thursday, you're writing your rough draft, you're like, but what about this? Go back and put it in, okay? You're not limited to any certain time. Writing is a very fluid process, and writing a paragraph of the week one week is going to be a completely different experience than writing the paragraph of the week the next week, okay? I hope this video helped you with writing your paragraph of the week for Monday, brainstorming. Have a great day.